used to be that an MPV was something that you bought out of necessity, or because your spouse harassed you into buying one, rather than because it was something that you actually wanted. If Dad had his way, he'd be taking the kids to school in a Cayman, but then that's not exactly very practical, is it? Unfortunately, practicality often came at the expense of any style or excitement whatsoever, and it even led one well-known motoring journalist, you'll probably know who he is, to say that he would rather get a vasectomy than buy an MPV, which I suppose sort of defeats the point of getting one to begin with, but I digress. Nowadays, I hope we'll all agree that things have changed, haven't they? Do cars like this stylish Kia Carens finally prove that you can drive a people carrier and look cool while you're doing it? Inside, the Carens gets this smart cabin and dash, with lots of soft touch plastics, perforated leather inserts in the doors, plus this well laid out and easy to use control panel. Now, I bet you didn't know that the word Carens actually means lacking in Latin, but on the whole it's actually pretty nice to be in here. There are still some scratchy plastics dotted around, but the big windows let in lots of light and also make for excellent all-round visibility. Of the 4 available trim levels, which are handily named 1, 2, 3 and 4, we've got the range top and 4 model, which comes with standard equipment like an upgraded 7-speaker sound system, parking sensors and this panoramic sunroof. As well as that, there's also this 7-inch touchscreen infotainment system with integrated sat-nav. Now, for anybody who's used one of Kia's previous infotainment systems, there is a marked difference in this one, which is much more responsive and far easier to use. The seats, which in this car come upholstered in this nice black leather, are also electrically adjustable and extremely comfortable, particularly for long distance driving. For example, in the past week I've been doing a lot of miles in the Carens and at no point suffered from any of the numb-bum symptoms that you might get in pretty much any other car. Like the majority of its rivals, the Carens comes with this middle row of seats, which can be slid, adjusted and reclined independently. There isn't room to fit 3 child seats here in the middle, which some drivers may want, but nonetheless the middle row does get a lot of space. In the very back there are these 2 extra seats to fit up to 7 people in total, and although they are small, space is actually fairly competitive, even if they're not the easiest things to get in and out of. 7-seaters do always involve a fair amount of compromise though. With the rear seats up, the boot is, well, pretty useless really, but fold these seats down with these handy triggers and you access a maximum cargo capacity of 1,650 litres. That's more than enough for a large trip to IKEA. The kids might have to walk at home. So far so good then, but unfortunately the Carens' performance is its weak point. 3 engines are available in the range, but we've got the 139 brake horsepower 1.7 litre turbo diesel, which is the most powerful of the bunch, along with a 7-speed dual clutch automatic gearbox. It's okay, and needless to say it's not the fastest thing in the world, but it is plenty smooth. It's also got lots of torque, which is good when hauling around all 7 people, and also means that it accelerates well in the higher gears, which is handy for smooth overtakes on the motorway. It does feel a bit bouncy over bigger bumps however, and wishy-washy steering gives a distinct feeling of disconnect between the driver and the road. As a result, anybody who likes to tackle B-roads after dropping the kids at school will probably be better served by something like a Ford S-Max. It is decently efficient though. In fact, I managed to run all the way from our Liverpool office down to Heathrow and back on less than a single tank of fuel, while the trip computer tells me that I'm averaging just over 48 miles per gallon. That's not as good as the claimed 59 miles per gallon, but it's still not bad. Compared against the competition, the Carens is also fairly attractively priced, with the entry-level 1 trim starting from just £17,400. We'll have to shell out around £10,000 more for the range topper though, with this car starting from £26,500. As we stated before, the running costs are decent, while like all Kias, it also comes as standard with a 7-year, 100,000 mile warranty. So there are some cars that drive better, some that are probably more efficient too, but when it comes to style, comfort and practicality, the Kia Carens more than holds its own. Dare I say it, I think it's also a lot better looking than much of the competition as well, so if practicality is your thing but you don't want to sacrifice on style at the school gates, the Kia is more than worth your attention. But what do you think? Is the MPV finally cool? Let us know in the comments section below, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Click on the inquire button to find out more details about this car, or for any other models visit carkeys.co.uk. And to watch more reviews, click on one of the links on screen now.